Has this new moon in Cancer got you taking an inward reflection so that you can connect and develop more of your self-nurturing skills and become your own inner divine parent? Stay tuned, because I'm going to share with you 3 areas of action that can help lead you towards the highest version of who you are, so you can connect with the highest good of what it is you came here to do. Hi, fellow flames. In case we haven't met, my name is Dr. Harmony, and I will help you live fearless, live loved, and live free. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 areas of action that you can take during this new moon in Cancer here on July 20th of 2020, so that you can make and take better actions that are going to lead you to the highest version of who you are, in alignment with that highest good of what you really came here to experience. So we all know this twin flame journey is all about self-love. And everything that we've been being tested through over the last few months has been through these eclipses to release and unveil and dive deep into the hidden truths that have been covered up for a long time. So you can awaken to the highest version of you, so that you can experience more of who you are from who you're becoming, not who you've been. And so one of the things that this is really testing you on is to learn how to love yourself more than you love your twin flame, which means you're going to have to be making choices in your thoughts, your feelings, your actions that are going to help create new patterns and habits within your everyday life, so that you're able to then, in the choices you make, choose to love yourself, choose things for yourself, versus giving your power away to your twin flame and other people that's pulling you out of alignment with the source energy of your highest version of you. I want to talk about the energy of the 2020, so 7/20 of 2020. That number sequence is about you learning to make the connection to yourself and source, but to do it with a very strong bond and with super crystal clear clarity. And so most people in this time have been trying to determine a few things. They're trying to discover, who am I? What do I even desire? Why am I even here? And if I came here for a purpose and a reason, and I'm here and I know to shift here, so this being where you're at and this being your highest good, how do I get from where I'm at to my highest good? Well, that's where these 3 actions are going to help you today. But before I go there, I just want to share one more thing. A client brought this to my attention this week, and it's so powerful, such a power statement. This is also, if I had to sum up what this energy is about right now, this would be it. It is figure out what it is you want, and then learn how to ask for it. And then the third part of that would be, now take the actions towards bringing that into your reality, instead of getting sidetracked to the old ways you handled things before. So everything that you're experiencing right now is a visit and this reflection of your past habits, thoughts, and feelings in your present moment, being tested on how you can change how you thought, change how the actions you took, and make choices that are going to align with more of your future, not where you're at or what looked good at one time. It may be better than where you are to make those choices, but it may not represent the desire of what you want. And if you make anything, a choice less than the desire of what you want, you're basically settling. And that is where we're being redirected to not do that. So everything that's happening right now is testing you. It's testing you to make choices, to choose to basically release those old patterns, those old thoughts, those old emotions, let go of the old actions, the old way you would have taken it, which is releasing basically your old identity. And then for you to start to choose the things that you love. But most importantly, choose to love yourself. Choose to reinvent yourself. Choose to nurture yourself in the actions you take, the thoughts you're experiencing, so that you're basically loving you, connecting and bringing balance from your head to your heart in this process. And then as you do that, then you're becoming more of a connection of who you are in this present moment that helps you then through this, because we're going through a golden era here. And in the golden era, what it really means is we're unlocking the golden memories of who we are, our identity, why we came here, and what it is we're to do from a place of ourselves and our purpose and our path. But to do that, we have to then unlock not just the memories, we have to then embody that truth. And then once we embody the truth, we have to shift that from the head of how we're going to do it and align with the golden heart, which the golden heart will direct us in towards our highest version of who we are. We create from the heart and not the head like the past. Then we're able to embrace the golden path. That we're embracing that golden path, then what that's doing is allowing us to trust how we're basically where we're at and where we've been, and knowing that through the choices we're making that represent our highest good, we may not know how to make that happen, but the minute we actually choose the highest version of what's best for us, it will fall into place. We're at a timeline, things are showing up just quickly. I mean, energy is moving so fast, and the minute you clear the space for it and you get clear, and then you can align with it, because what you want for that's going to show up to support the future of you. So let's talk about the 3 areas of action that you can take that's going to lead you through this process from where you're at to your highest good. The first thing is, I've kind of said some of this, but the first thing is you need to get crystal clear on what serves your highest purpose and know more about, like I said when I started this, figure out what it is you want from this highest good. And I want you to know it comes down to a choice. This is about taking back power in this process. This is not about giving the power away to determining your outcome determines what your twin flame does or doesn't do, determining what anybody does or doesn't do. It's about you making the choice of what you want to do and doing it from a place that's higher than you've been before, and not falling into the old patterns and seeing that as what you should do, because it's becoming very clear now what you should do versus what maybe we're repeating patterns. People are seeing their patterns repeat now enough to realize, wow, that's a pattern, and now I need to make a different choice. So when you kind of sit with that, you can see that the choices that you could make being of a higher good, then that might require action that might sometimes be uncomfortable, but you're really breaking the old patterns that you've had in the old actions so you can recreate from the new place. And another place in that is if you really are losing that identity basically, and you might need to step back in this new moon energy and look at who am I, what do I desire, why am I here, and know that, that's like a part of what you need to know to be able to unlock those golden memories and connect to the truth of that I'm talking about. So then in number 2 of this action that you can take is start to choose the love for yourself and choose yourself over other people. Choose to nurture yourself. If you did not see my video from Thursday, this last week's video, but only a few days ago because this one's coming out early, I talked about how there's 7 relationship patterns, and in those relationship patterns are the habits that we've taken on to basically give our power away in the process of how we're managing subconsciously other people. And that in the reflection of managing those people, it's really giving out what we want from them. I want to make sure you see that video, so check out the link below if you did not watch it. It talks about how to break the twin flame runner chaser dynamic, but know that when you break that, you're basically repatterning all the patterns and the conditions and the habits that you've created that are subconsciously running in the relationship. And you will also continue to create these types of relationships to play out these patterns until you identify and break these patterns. Can't stress enough how good that video was, so check it out. In addition to that, if you really aren't sure like who you are, what you desire, I'd highly recommend you get plugged into my Reinvent the New You online course. I'll also put a link to that below, because it is so powerful and so important to understand this information. You don't have to know how to get there, but the choice is yours. And until you get clear on the choice, and number one, so that I was talking about earlier, actually, number one is basically choosing to, I take that back. Number one is getting clear on what you want for your highest good. Number two is creating the space for the highest good. So didn't mean to confuse you there. So basically, the number one thing to take the action is to get clear on what you want. And these are the ways I'm telling you to do that. The number two thing that you can do as an action to move forward with this is to start to then create the space for that. So when you're getting tested with your choices and your options, and it comes down to letting something go of the past or making new choices in your present that will affect your future, you're going to be tested to release some things. You're going to be tested to be able to revisit things, and also completion with, say, your twin flame or other people or new people that are going to represent the old patterns. So this time you get to choose to make a new action at it, is what I'm telling you. And you make the action for the highest good, and it will shift you from where you've been to where you're going. This is kind of how I'm saying it will unfold. It's already happening. The third thing in this is do not settle for less than your highest good. So in this process, there might be some things that, that you're being presented with that still look good, that still could be like in front of you, something that would help you facilitate something that could be personal growth, that could be something that represents what you've wanted or you've loved or you've been asking for, but you're evolving faster than you can execute. So what is in front of you to make the choice on or to be tested with right now may be better than where you've been, but it's not the highest good of where you're going. And what I'm personally seeing in this, I'm seeing all three of these happen. The past things come through as a revisit, to look at it in the present of how I've even presently in the last couple months made choices that at the same time I'm seeing, because I've been creating the space, I'm seeing new opportunities just fall out of the sky that represent my highest good. And now I'm being presented to choose between, am I going to do the old pattern, or am I going to make the choice based on the action based on the new way and the highest version of where I want to go? And then in the test, take the action that kind of closes out and completes my old habits, so that like I can know that I passed the test and I'm shifted beyond that side of me and into the new way to go. And as I move forward, I'm at the higher version of me. Keep in mind, the higher version of you will always change and evolve. You are never ending. You're not going to some destination. So when you get this figured out, what I'm saying, this will rinse and repeat for every layer and every layer as you go up. Keeping in mind, that's what's happening in this energy. We're going to new levels and layers of ourselves, and everyone's being called up. So if you've been complacent, you're being pulled out to go to the next level and next layer. So to do that, again, those three things, just to get super clear on them. The first thing is you need to get clear on what the highest good is of what you're going to do with your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Number two, you need to create the space to call and bring that in and release. And creating the space also means release your old thoughts, release your old habits, release your old patterns of action. So that then when you're really presented with the two crystal clear options of, am I going to go ahead and do this and it would be fine, but then the habit of how I do it represents how I've handled it in the past? Or am I going to basically say no to this, and then that opens the space not to settle for what you know you want in the future? There's no waiting to get there. You can jump there. You can do it. And you're being tested to do so. And that's exactly what this energy is doing for you. So make sure to check out my resources I mentioned below. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps to rank the channel. And I know YouTube has been doing a lot of weird things about, you know, the way the logarithms are again. So if you could please, if you hit the notification bell, even check it again, because I know people are being dropped from that. So hit that notification bell so you know when I come live, and please participate. That helps me keep me showing up, because I want to hear where you're at, what's going on in your life and your energy. And then that helps keep us a community to bring in energy that's inspiring everyone as we go forward into this new version of ourselves and new identities in the new way of the new era. And so I'm sending you guys so much love. Enjoy this energy. It is very deep. It's very reflective, but it coming in and through this is going to represent the highest version of who you came here to be, do, and have in all of your experiences. May you always face your fears, find freedom, and glow forward on fire. Namaste.